Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open from 10 a.m. to...
We should try again.
Anything else, Detective? Not yet. But I was able to convince the database people. 57.
In the cabin, you see a...
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your... It's like,
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
maybe you should.
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own... Okay, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Anything else? Us lorry drivers. Not my thing.
What's better than... He tries his best to look nonchalant. Lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. Fumes of heavy fuel oil waft.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is.
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to a book with ragged edges catch.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not a...
The driver has adorned his space with a large metal. It is the seal of Royalist era.
That ride is fucking lightning.
Hey, piss. Look who it is. You don't know? What kind of cop?
It's not a question. Don't get it.
The question was rhetorical.
Besmatine or
The nastiest bunch of...
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all sweat.
If a skull spots you, he will...
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock.
I can't wait to become a skull.
No, they really aren't.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the...
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
On Moreau Drive in Central Jamrock, in a darkened hall, lit by orange desk lamps, far away from the noise outside.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Maybe you can write it down? It's Rue de Saint-Gislain 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side apartment.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago. Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon?
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes, okay. If it was the police.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87. But we don't have it.
Good. You have a name now.
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband... Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Marie? She said it was an older man, and that she's... 1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that. Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me? Not yet. But I was able to convince the database people. 57.
In the cabin, you see. There it is again. There's a spectral scent haunting this pair. No, sea brine mostly. Years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams, without a doubt. Your politico-olfactory corps, certainement. A precocious communist youth.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. There'll never be skulls, but the heart's fat chance. But you can still do your part to revital.
She throws you a...
Have you noticed the quiet? This place...
She's making a valiant effort to...
You got me, pig shit. I don't... But I'm still gonna...
Her voice sounds different when she speaks.
And what do you know about politics? An underground? Sure. I know a right communist who runs a mega cool and he might... No.
The lieutenant let slip a sigh that seems to suggest this turn was utterly...
Oh, fine.
A wicked grin.
Oink for me, piggy. Just once. Wow, that was easier than I expected. It's almost like you've...
A cool, damp feeling ripples through you. You realize you needn't have rolled over. The lieutenant needless.
Sounds like you're really serious about meeting Steban. Steban's group meets only at night. In an old room in the... Poke your snout around sometime after 10 p.m. and you might just find them. Just that he's a real communist. Not like the play acting you've been doing. The rest? Oh, smart. See, Steban's a bit on the paranoids.
Not to interfere in your personal errand, but I wonder whether it might have something to do with that phrase mañana mentioned overhearing. Remember Dobreva and Abadanaiz. Of course you were, detective.
Guess this is what happens when that's enough. Off with you then.
A weathered brown door, Something smells good. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
You're right. Let's talk this through.
You hear some light footsteps.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as... Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't. Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Hello? Who is
And someone turns down the radio.
the police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Tidying up.
Come in, the door is open.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to... I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now.
Is this about Victor, my husband? No, this is something much worse.
How about some small talk before you break the news?
How have I been? You're not here to discuss...
Can't write a scene without knowing the actors. Ask more.
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters. They came home late. The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight.
She swallows visibly.
No. Why? Do you have any news? His old leather jacket. It's just your average brown leather jacket, but no, well, the lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since...
She folds her hands across her chest.
It's me, Victor. The girls are staying...
She swallowed.
No. Why? Do you have... Oh, it's in Jamrock.
Central Jamrock Public.
I think, yes, if that's the one.
It is.
Just to return a book of mine? Why? Why all those questions, Detective? I think it was, Thibault's The Glinting Curve. It was pretty...
She folds her hands across her chest.
How have I been?
Can't write a scene without knowing the...
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have... The girls are...
She swallows.
No. Why? Do you have any news? His old leather... it's just... Yes. The lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried...
She folds her hands across her chest. She looks up, too anxious to say anything. I don't want to. She looks up, too anxious to say anything. You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
What did you say? Oh. Oh. But... he was just...
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner...
What happened to him? Was he drunk? I see. And you just found him there. How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. She blinks, eyes welling up, the handkerchief. A small, terrified smile quivers on her face as she...
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend?
No, no. I just need to tell my girl.
Unreal.
God, should I call them?
No. A day.
Good. That's just tell me, what do I need to do next?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to...
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. Thank you.
We should step outside and talk. You did well. Sure. I'll call the station when we are done with the day. Let's go.
You look south, over the crumbling balustrade. Whoa. What a bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there... There's nothing else to do.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer. Oh? Who? Okay. Oh. Yes, that's... Sorry I couldn't help you out. Well, how can I assist you then, officer? You're back. Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. That's the man who was... Better not tie the fourth day to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can... Everything. Right up to... I believe the official title is Senior...
And how are the talks going?
They're not.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching...
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth Oh, so you've met...
My colleague has his...
Of course. To each... Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's... Let's say I was not...
And when did you...
I arrived 3 weeks ago.
But the strike began in...
I wasn't the original negotiator here.
This isn't the first time.
Heavens, no.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he... Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is shortest... Yes. Keep in mind...
Sounds like usual.
There are leaflets everywhere. Every worker, a member...
Most of the workers probably...
Fortunately, they explained it. Just so you understand...
An opening gambit, surely.
So I hoped. But this type of opening... And now...
Excuse me. From whom did you hear?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates.
This checks out. No, wait. The chief negotiator heard...
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses?
Don't let her answer it herself.
If these workers were organized by Wild Pines or...
It's implied. She's open to the...
Everard Clare is a man of the...
She's being sarcastic. Don't take her before...
Of course not. Everard is fantastically...
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could...
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen. And Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks... It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see. With a funny little... The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal organized labor at...
A mob. The Débardeurs...
Refreshingly honest. And your opinion, detective? If I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you... Why do you think so?
What she calls corruption is simply an aesthetic category.
I suppose you are, officer. All Revachol. But enough about Everard. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous 4...
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day...
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a downright haunting. The point of the present...
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
I'm glad you are.
Disappeared?
Yes.
This forewoman...
Does it? The point of the
Thank you for your concern, ma'am.
I'm glad you are.
Disappear?
Yes,
This forewoman,
indeed. The point of the
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How you have? And how did you like Mr. Clare? Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he? Corruption. That's how.
The position of my...
Of course. How could I stop you?
intellectually speaking, tell her she'll like you for it.
Oh,
The lieutenant looks at you, and he's able to contain the anger.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns.
incredible. Simply incredible. Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now.
Perhaps he is.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. Here? Oh, no. No, don't tell me. I don't... Giant statue of him. Or better yet, his twin brother. First, there won't be a fishery. Sadly, it's just one of the million things I'll never get round to. Yes. I'm
She is more defensive about...
full of ghosts and ancient memories. A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Oh my.
The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear the nylon of his jacket rustle as he looks at you.
Of course. The RCM has the right.
Her bartering mind cannot fathom that you didn't ask any...
Frankly, what was done...
This seems serious.
I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
The company did not send mercenaries. I just hope you don't share.
Let's keep it that way. She means to add, but then doesn't.
Yes. That's the talk about town. How benevolent.
We cannot discuss the specifics of an ongoing...
That is only fair. It looks like you may untie this knot yet.
There's something in you that really likes the way she's looking at you just now.
I wouldn't have taken Everard for a saber rattler.
No, it was more like he wanted things to get worse. In secret, of course.
Or he wants you and me to believe.
There's always that risk, man. He means it.
I'll think it over, Detective.
Have I underestimated the Union's...
What you've said is quite enough. Of course, Detective. Just something... Until then, is there anything I can help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this better not tie the fourth day to the back. The lorries are still stuck at... I'm glad to hear, officer. I'm sure you'll find out just what that means sooner. No. We asked East Motor Track. This is a limited time opportunity. Thousands of liters of...
Well, at least this...
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Tract and beg them.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant. How do you think they're financing this?
There was a shake...
With all due respect to these desert cats, precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate, the two, mine.
Or not.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, yes? Excellent. It may come to nothing, or it may just... In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
2, 1! When a bunch of ungrateful beats me.
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting. Fine. It was... The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands.
If you want her attention, you...
Where am I? Who are you? Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam. The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can back in Mezca? During the time of the... Until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man.
He was the biggest star.
In all likelihood.
Someone was. They are someone's memories, boy. They're beautiful.
All of what? The world.
I wasn't dreaming. I was... Well, you.
The Republic of Mesk is a massive...
Why not, Harife? Diamonds. Of course not. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine. I quit concerning myself with...
She says that as if something...
Oh. It's so much more than a high.
Yeah, it's...
Then it's contraband, Lowman.
Bad hand. Her manager...
Of course not.
A boyadero.
It's an old ballad about a young girl who falls... Of course not.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra.
No. The boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the maggot. You have to understand.
She's just a distracted...
So he doesn't think...
You hear that, Lowman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me. Oh, don't worry about me. I'm one of the best communers around. Lomonosov's land...
A terrible cold comes over her.
The Transcatolia Magistral. You for 1A. At Estradas do me... You're right, Lowman.
A correct appraisal.
Is that all you woke me up to say? What do I need drugs for? Yes.
Those epithets are familiar somehow.
If you don't know?
Maybe if she thought you're...
Who the fuck is Irrat? Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month I made half a dozen... No, Lowman. Diamonds. Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. Easy. Is this...
That's correct.
Where do you want me to go? Or I can just...
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go.
Now it's turning into a kind... Ah, man. Me and narcotics, but... Those... Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk.
Entrapment is a practice where...
We have a credible lead, sir.
Not me, man. No way. I gotta guard the stuff.
A rhymesmith?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of revenue.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire. Wait. There's some...
Whoa. What? Silent communion. Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself. Right. But really, no bullshit. That's great stuff. I sort of want to know if it's yours. No matter. Great verses like that some. Just messing with you. It's cool. You're no... They're more often in the fists than rhymes, see?
The lieutenant looks at you.
Well, you've given me some hope, I guess.
You're back. Good, on the contrary, officer. There are yet camioners you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised.
They must have someone in an overlooked position.
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
Everything's still cool here, officer. Me?
This man probably comes from Seaguy. Sometimes the lieutenant wins. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwine. That's so cool, officer. Speaking of...
That ride is fucking...
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead.
That ride is fucking...
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Right to work! What's it to you? Am I a suspect?
Every once in a while.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Work that... We're done here.
The woman is still hunched over.
Huh? What is it? What do you want? What do I need drugs for, Lowman? Then what we're...
This line of questioning, maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Your man, Lowman. What a... Good. I don't... What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I say? Then what...
This line of... Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Why would I want to do that? Lowman, what in the name of God are you talking about? Maybe. Probably not. Just this month I made half of its diamonds, Lowman, obviously. Easy. Is the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Where do you want me to go? Or I can just...
I think we're done here, no?
Make way for the master poet. Ah, man. Me and... But... Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk.
Entrapment is a practice whereby...
Then what's your deal here?
We have a credible lead, sir.
Not me, man. No way. I don't... Look, man, I try to stay away from...
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
It's like... Whatever.
Going on strike would probably help you.
They want to keep that money flowing in.
He doesn't blame them.
Anything else? Us lorry drivers. Not my thing.
What's better than chasing? He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a
Looking for something?
You could push him by asking him to show you the soles of his boots. He
been admiring the...
On the bottom of the man's boot, the wind howls over the bay of Rivershaw, a cascade of cold air flowing through the...
It's Revachol. Custom made. Cost me for when the invasion comes.
It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares.
Aces! Good to know the law's got our backs. Drugs? They're shit, man. You know where that shit comes from? They know they can't beat...
Perhaps it's good to agree to get...
Oh, I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper not in, not out.
So you're telling us that...
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't. What do you think? I can't...
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest drunk since he left.
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's the kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not... Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That beady-eyed... Sure, I'm sure.
No, it's Ruby running this ring.
Guess so.
Make way for the master poet.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want? Nope. Next question. Yeah? What? She's not far.
Good fucking luck, man.
Yeah, Al.
She's not really...
She's not, Glenn. Anything?
Hi again, gendarme. Admiring the atmosphere. Convenient. But what are you doing here? Talking to me. Bye-bye, gendarme.
The woman is still hunched over the rake.
Huh? What is it? What do you want? What do I need drugs for?
The woman sways.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on... Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my...
The hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Right to work!
Looking for something? Isn't it obvious?
No, it's Ruby running this ring, like Titus alluded to. But play along for now. Find out what everyone...
Guess so.
You're back. Good. On the contrary, officer. There are yet camionneurs you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbor.
They must have someone in an overlook position, near the gates.
I suggest you go back and... On the contrary, officer. There are yet...
They must have someone in an
I suggest...
Right to work! Right to work! What's it to you? No.
Every once in a while, the man has turned his attention.
Honest men, we came here.
I have a question.
You think they follow because I'm big and we were promised work?
The physically impressive.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? Los Ardis? They're sort of like...
Is he actually comparing? Come on. He's just trying to keep the peace.
Why not? Must be nice being some...
Promising race. I am not the first line of the...
You pick up on something artificial in him.
The hardy manlets are on. Now leave me be.
Yes, it was. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic. A silver plaque as you look up. Something with great kinetic energy seems to have... Someone shot him in the heart.
Okay. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullets. Why not?
The king stands high above you. So... The woman is still hunched.
Huh? What is it? What do you want? Diamond? Of course not. Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I quit
She says that as if something narcotic is the...
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick.
Of course it does. What did you expect? What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great... If you don't know...
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Who the fuck is Ira? And what do I care about the union boss? Maybe. Probably not. Just this month I made half of those... No, Lowman. Diamond. Easy.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of...
Easy. Is the skinny man who's...
That's correct. There is no...
Where do you want me to... Or I can...
I think we're done here, no?
lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are fumes of head. The driver, a large. It is a seal of royalist era. The back, a book.
Racist national. Likely, yes. This guy.
Looking for something? Isn't it obvious?
No.
Guess so. It's not the most popular time. I'm not the only people who've...
Race is a simplistic me. The lieutenant. He is comfortable reciting these thoughts.
Open your eyes. Have this concerns you.
Cultural victory. What is this then? Oh?
Good. If
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest? I suppose that's a relief.
We know a lie, sire.
And one more thing. I've had this conversation.
Hi again, gendarme. Oh yes, let's see. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece, just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Sure. Anything else on your mind? Bye-bye, gendarme.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little. He smiles. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right? It was all right. So
Again? I can't believe this shit. About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like? No! You will not start blabbering about that asshole.
He didn't answer your question.
No. 'Cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? Actually, I don't.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things.
Hear that? Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Well, where have you looked for her? I don't know.
It's like you felt it would be intellectually stimulating. And
oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height, there's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Someone hid the key in the bush, and it's close enough to the latch up there.
Huh? I'm not your janitor.
If he says it's there, it's there.
I don't know about that. I'm
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have...
I'm gonna
With a loud, the key is brass.
Come on, man. We were just having...
I'm tired of listening to your shit. Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door.
It's worth a try. You see a heavy steel. It could be connected. The key fits the dimple, the darkness before you. over there, in the corner. Not just any pinball machine. Lit. A phrase.
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic. Ah, great.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready. Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill. The theme of the game is to the peak of the mountain. Areas around the playfield, indeed. Think of them as balls. It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the gods. If they only knew the kind of guy...
Your game is definitely improving. Suddenly, a special maneuvering a goat ball, tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. An ampoule? The words pale rupture, light.
Congratulations.
There's so much fog. You're down to you're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the PAL is able to get the upper hand.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
There goes nothing. This small elevator is dimly lit by smells of nougat. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, "Last maintenance."
That it does. I say, let's brave it. At the end of the last century. Look on the bright side. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking...
It appears this hole there are large rectangular buttons. Monter, descente. A small steel plaque reads,
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting...
So this is where they brought 40 pin. The lieutenant looks around.
At some point, 20 years ago, looks like it.
A creak.
Downstairs in the hall.
Remember the dice maker?
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice makers said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But if that's true, then our cafeteria manager... He does not appear to be the kind of...
Stupid superstition. You clearly see footprints.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else...
Large prints. One person. This print, shoe size is 41 to 42. Maybe 40.
Between that and that. The size looks about the same, actually. No. These little horizontal lines are different.
Everything around you is...
3 weeks maximum from the dust cover. This isn't bad at all. It was a good idea to see...
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. One person has been here. This print is unlike... Shoe size is 41 to 42. Everything around you is quiet.
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route. These prints, officer.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to the footprints on the floor, however.
Boring footprints. You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural there. This is the inside of the barred door you've seen before.
Unless we've veered off.
Folded M dimension.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions. Yeah? I did not.
It's possible.
She keeps looking at the door with a worried expression.
A peephole?
Yes, looking into your...
Okay.
Digital fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her...
Do you think this is somehow connected to me? Okay.
Unfortunately, no. But if I were...
Shit. I don't know.
She does. She...
I'll be fucking covering it up with honestly.
Yet, maybe it's something she's keeping for a later move, when she's more sure.
Huh.
She's straight as a stick, suddenly.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Go ahead. All right. Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Who? She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately.
There may be grounds here.
A little whimper.
I did. What is... There was an older woman.
That is the emergent. Anyone could know that, sire.
What time did you make the...
Thursday night.
It checks out.
But I know the time of the call too.
I agree. You would...
Okay. Okay, it's not. You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to common server. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds.
Falsified document?
Passport and visa.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. It's Katarzyna Lazie.
It's a grad name. It also makes Klasia almost an anachronism.
It was a sentimental thing.
A nickname. Who gave you this nickname?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago. My parents were Zhemsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized
She nods. Her round...
west of the boardwalk, in the reeds. On the coast there. It's useless. Of course. I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
Failure to aid. She purposefully misrepresents. Fucking mind game. That's right, gang. Stir. The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Please no. I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
She's silent for a second, as if looking.
Ruby. You said there was a secret route there, right? She could have come up through there.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone.
Interesting theory. Did she know?
Yes. She's been up here many times.
The peephole.
She would have seen us. My bed is right next to...
You mean to suggest...
No. No.
She's not really sure. It was right above the bed.
She has this thing for me. Ever since I...
What she's saying is... sex.
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. When I started spending time with Lely...
I don't understand. What exactly?
She said she's in love with me.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I know what it sounds like. That's why I didn't want to somehow.
This is a familiar theory.
She came over one night, drunk, and she's a pro.
Some of that fear, what are you talking about? Okay, and what? Arrest the liar. Why? She told us, don't arrest her. Push her a bit more, but then let her off. That Ruby theory was solid. And she's beautiful. Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Still? After all this, sir, but I don't deserve to be sent to the moral intern and...
She's gearing up for a last stand. This is it.
I don't know. To spend my days.
She looks at you in silence. Wait. If you arrest her, Kim will have to transport her. Shut up. He's making a decision, and it's his to make.
I won't.
This may have been a...
I promised I will be right here all the time, nights too. I'll help you any way I can in this investigation, and I will be at the station.
She slowly. You are. This is not the end of this.
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. She nods. Then no.
Okay.
She slowly.
Before I squeal, pig.
Fuck does Kuno care? Fucking right, pig. Don't be yanking your
Belying the act. He's got to at least know it.
The fuck about it? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. That fucking had one thing majorly. Do you remember how he looked? Fucking Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea. Rugby. Yeah? That shit means nothing. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly Union cow fucker came around?
Yes, you met him at the gates.
Yeah, he's the one you wanna talk to. He's fucking crazy.
Curious, my liege. Why?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno.
Still, seems suspicious.
Fuck are you talking about? What is this?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder?
You hear the lieutenant.
You're testing Kuno's pay.
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't.
Make way for the master poet. Ah, man. But those days are behind me. Hey, man, that's...
Entrapment.
We have a credible...
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any... Gotta guard the stuff.
A rhymesmith.
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Hello, compatriot. You have... Oh, not much anymore. Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd...
Fine. It's about... Not the most popular topic, no. People who've studied...
Race is a simplistic means of social classification based on... Oh?
Go right.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one. What happened? Did your...
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some apples.
Apples is exact...
Fine. Isn't it obvious?
No.
Guess so. Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was someone with a car. Not at all. Hell no. Trusting... yeah, they're a big deal. Sure fucking is. Hell no. Trusting street thugs with their good. Been admiring the...
You can just...
It sure is. Custom made. For one's in...
It doesn't look like the lieutenant kid.
Hey man, you know, there are all sorts of invasions. I thought we'd been in my...
You can just...
It sure is. Custom made. For one's invasion.
It doesn't look like the lieutenant cares.
No, it's not like that. You don't get it. It's... when I kick them. Drugs? Yeah. You know where that shit... They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us... Look, I'm gonna be straight. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry.
Yeah, I knew that since he left.
If they were getting drunk inside the...
It's a fucking travesty is what it is. Isn't it?
No, it's...
Guess so. Drugs? They're shit. You know where that... They know they can't beat us in a...
The man bites his lip and drops the near fin... The woman is still hung.
Huh? What do I need drugs for? Then what?
This line of question, maybe if...
Your man, Lowman. Maybe. Just this mouth I made... No, Lowman. Diamonds. Easy. Is the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Where do you want me to go? Or I can just...
I think we're done here, no?
An old monument stands in the middle of a silver plaque. As you look up, something with someone shot him in the monument stands high.
Make way for the master... Nope. Don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do.
Hey, isn't he like smoke?
Okay. But this is my last one. And it's a bad habit. You should quit before high-grade narcotics.
Time to relax. He's merely...
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. They usually get shipped to Grodd in the Occident. Though we've been making headway. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor lorry, also called a...
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You and...
A motor lorry?
Yeah, it must be. Your job's to know all these little things, isn't it? Well, my job... We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. There it is, a brave... You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. Get a load of this. The lighter's dark green disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off. Repercussions? There's a high risk of... It will help you concentrate a bit. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button.
Make way for the master poet. Make way for the master poet.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
Make way for the Make way for the master poet.
Ease into it. Don't go too far.
Cool. We all want to know each other.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach.
Make way for the master poet.
In his eyes, an unfamiliar longing. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest. The road continues for miles, flowing together with other roads, turning into causeways or bridges, ending suddenly above the Jamrock Quarter in the form of a raised motorway, and then the never-ending sprawl of Forburg to the old south, to the farthest outskirts of Revachol. You cannot see. It's out of the city. Up ahead, the mist blocks all sight. A gale blows across your...
Excuse me?
A flinch jolts his frame. The question has touched a nerve.
Man, I don't know what to say. I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second Diora of the Seven Seas. What's it like? What about...
No, it's scarier than that. You're pursued by a hunter.
I feel for you, my friend. But, thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone. And man. But, those days are behind me. Hey, man, that's...
Entrapment.
We have a credible...
Not me, man. No way. Look, man.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Everything's still cool here, office. Drugs? I don't go in for... Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. That's so cool.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he...
Who said that? It's the...
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just...
Realizing he can't get out of it.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not... Nothing. I told...
And what?
Crowd, you know.
No, he wasn't talking about... And he doesn't want to talk about them.
Look. There's bad people doing bad things.
Here we go. There's a...
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady.
There you go. A witness with corroborating evidence. It's Ruby.
I don't know. Maybe.
No, it's still Ruby.
All of them. I don't.
Who exactly?
All of them. Even though I don't know. I told you. All right. I scope me. It's a
This man probably comes from Sea Guy.
very cool. Everything's still cool here.
Make way for the master? I don't want to talk about that.
This guy knows Ruby, no doubt. Just play dumb for now.
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is. I didn't, man. I told
He still is, hoping it's true.
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was a youngish woman. Gruff.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Died.
Then she may have. Maybe she died it.
Damn, I don't want to.
We can't just.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it?
It won't come to that.
I don't believe you. I just can't, man. She's got the dark.
She shared this?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her. It's snitching, man. I heard the rumors.
Did this violent?
Well, fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay?
He's right. There are other options. The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows. Wait, this guy says they're friends. Push Tommy and it will break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals.
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a... You're not going to put a bullet in your head if you blow it.
The realization that you've...
Here.
The keys to a motor lorry.
Her lorry's still here. Down past the statue of Philippe. The cabin is green. You can get in there with these. That's all I know.
When did she leave?
Last Friday. No. She left them to me. Because she trusted me.
The other drivers would...
If they break in, they would find what's hidden inside.
I bet you are.
And he's sorry he couldn't be what...
Nah. I need to think my...
The woman is still hunched.
Huh? What is it? What do you want? Diamonds? Of course not. Whatever stupid things they... Is that all you wanted to know?
This screen found A to Z.
This is the one our man pointed.
The glass on the side. Posters covered. The door is locked. There's no picking it. You push the key. The smell of cigarettes and perfume. There's something odd. These are movie. One of them, particularly, there's definitely perfume in the air. It's the remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably the remnants of a sweet juniper. The actress is draped in a Wait. This is Tijon. She wasted away in a drug. The actresses, and looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work.
Strange. There are so many. No, that's on 78.9. What? I happen to have for contacting an entire. Looks like we are dealing with
a 20-kilometer.
Doesn't look like it.
It's the ghostly actresses. You wedge yourself under the steering, but one odd deep sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique? Yes? Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. At least we can now ask Titus some concrete questions about it.
The movie stars are still, voila, a stack of neatly folded papers.
Bonne prise.
This large toll booths, there, hundreds of Tukuron. This municipal wind rips the rattle of motor carriages and lorries. The final, these service tunnels looks like the
So it would seem. Dsce patrols most hard to say. This distribution network, the Besmerti is a Revacholian with cool names. It's definitely not the Union. They just do some. Here's bad news. They have best not to disturb the scene.
The stack of maps, a metallic drawer. It's an issue. It looks like
the Ulen
pull out toolbox must be closed the rusty.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we reach. All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm especially intrigued.
This mean?
I'm not sure. Oh, and the map. And last but not least, perhaps you're right.
Actually, he just doesn't like.
One way or another.
Meaning?
We should return to. There are more than enough. The fact that one. All the same, I don't like the idea of internet. Debrief over.
You're back. Good. Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize.
One of the tall buildings.
In any case, it's a...
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours. Exactly. But what?
Ah, good to hear. I wouldn't want to pry into a confidential police matter. High-intensity microwave frequencies.
As the shipments approach Revachol? Somehow you suspect something.
What is La Puta Madre? Well, he sounds very dangerous. I urge you to take care of. I appreciate you placing your trust in me. Thank you again. Now, per our original agreement, I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the yes.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also...
Then we're on the same page. I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced... Absolutely not.
Who are they?
Crenell. They wear...
So, what...
The story is, he was taken out... Nothing. It's a smoke...
What is the nature?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants. They won't. If you don't...
They would have to.
The Debarder have over...
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive?
The Serais.
These men...
The muzzle-loaded.
As I said, a bloodbath. Too many things. All we can do is keep that which is not much. They boast a lot...
Meaning they're...
Yes. Sadly, if you...
Do you know a lot?
In my line of work, I have.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
If you mean did I see him a Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre most likely. He was 40.
This matches the dental
He was,
Occidental. That fits the statement of another witness.
until the executions start. Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you.
Not on this matter. It's a matter of days, not weeks. They've gone to They don't have this.
Vigilantes.
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to...
One is obviously, the other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my...
For all your talk of averting this...
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant.
Your concern may be appearances.
That would afford a good vantage.
Where is your radio?
Heavens no. I hope I can answer it better. Or he didn't. The remaining contract that the man...
This doesn't...
Last... Either way, he's alleged to... Good. Then you've made I am sorry to have been the bad... Of course. Excuse my hesitation.
For about half a minute, she wears fingerless gloves. Her finger...
It was taken with a trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body.
Her mouth is relaxed.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web. I can't. Close. Port cities. This is an Orani. The sailor's soul would use it to fly quite a few.
What next?
Then he made his Revachol.
The old.
You said you can't read.
I can't. This man was...
In Martinez, looking Fredefort. Fredefort has a military academy.
That makes sense to me.
For all the boys looking for adventure.
His platoon members? The other contract. Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois.
We will be careful, ma'am.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Right to work! Right to work! Sure.
Hell no. It just has to be said, that was not a convincing line.
Fucking Bob.
You hear a tiny rattle. I'm going to interpret that as a yes. Then
how about you fuck off?
Okay, of course.
Fucking loincloth.
Loincloth? Now you see, that's not really. The man's breathing steady.
Don't think so.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. Hard as a stone, but beneath it, you see dead flesh in
fucking loincloths. Really? Yeah. What it means
in what must have been.
I can tell you what this one means. Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep.
Benito is...
He spent a month
with some strange emotion. This is
our boy. He's at dawn. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was quite the end. God, drowned in a...
Something stirs in your stomach.
No, I was in the domain. Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my...
He's under orders, and orders are...
Go ahead. All right, now. Freak!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
The Copper NATO is back. What do you want? Like hell you have.
We'll do that. We know Ruby was the driver. We know that's your affiliation with her. Detective, you want...
That's mighty interesting.
Yeah, man.
You would need...
Yes, but that just sends everyone else to...
We haven't done. I don't know. You sure do love long walks through Theory Town, don't you?
He doesn't let it show. He's practically saying...
Yeah. By friends, you mean...
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
This is what happens if you take the law into your...
Let them come.
You heard the man. Right here. Yeah.
A well-oiled murder machine.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
We're not bees. We're men.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. So are the local... Yeah.
These people...
No, they're not. We got weapons of our own. We got... I guess we're gonna...
That was an unsure phrasing.
Yeah. Like you've been up against ceramic. You haven't even seen... Big fucking surprise. What do you mean? Okay. No, they won't.
You really...
All he means is that the situation is...
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day.